Hey everyone, it's Tracy. So I'm at DCA today on a mission to do some Halloween shopping. A ton of new merch has come out over the past few weeks. There's 3 things I'm hoping to find, which are the Mickey Pumpkin Build Your Own Headband piece, the Winnie the Pooh pumpkin tee that has Tigger on the back, and then the Scary Teddy hat. I am so excited. This is like my favorite time of the year, finally starting. So I wanted to bring you guys along today. We'll see what we can find today, maybe do some attractions, maybe grab a snack, and just have a laid back day at the parks. As always, I'm very grateful to be here and very grateful to have you here. So let's go have a DCA day. It is a very hot day today, so I'm gonna try to spend as much time as I can indoors. We are starting our day in 5 and Dime here, and I'm already seeing a ton of new Oogie Boogie Bash stuff. One of which, I see the hat that I'm looking for. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. That was so fast that we found this one. And it says Oogie Boogie Bash on the back. It does look a little bit small, so I'm a little bit concerned that it might be for children. But I'm gonna find a mirror and we'll try this on. Right underneath these hats, there is a Frog's Breath zipper, I think. One of Sally's potion ingredients. And it's like kind of see-through. It is plastic, but this also says Oogie Boogie Bash on the back. Another little Scary Teddy here. I think this one's been out for a while, and it's like the little magnetic shoulder buddies. Very cute. Okay, we've also got some new ears for Oogie Boogie Bash. We've got Oogie himself on one side, and then Carthay Circle with my favorite Scary Teddy on there too. The bow looks like it is removable. Spiderweb Oogie Boogie Bash on the back. Today is a Tuesday, so I'm not sure if this stuff is always out in DCA or just on days when Oogie Boogie Bash is happening. How lucky is this? I literally just turned the corner from where the hats are and we've already found another item, which is the Winnie the Pooh t-shirt. I was so scared that these were gonna sell out. There's Pooh Bear on the one side and then Tigger on the back. I like to go 2 sizes up for like an oversized fit, but this is like so cute. This makes me think of my childhood. Pooh Bear had such a moment in the 90s. Not only would this look cute for now, but for the long term, I feel like this would be such a cute pajama shirt too. I looked at the tag on the hat and it does say adult, so that's a good sign. But let's see how this looks on. It doesn't completely fit over my buns, but there's the general idea. I think this is so cute. There's also a Winnie the Pooh Halloween hoodie with Pooh Bear looking at his shadow. Disneyland Resort down the sleeve. And then Pooh Bear and Piglet with a spiderweb on the back. I'm so excited that Pooh Bear is getting Halloween merch this year. We're still barely by the entrance area of the store and there's so much stuff to see. A little Mickey and Minnie pumpkin pillow. Then we've got a baseball jersey here that has like a very interesting material. It almost feels like a summery like towel, but we've got some pumpkins on the front. Disneyland Resort on the back. That looks like it would be very comfy. Sequin spider webs. Actually, I think we did see these at Storyland Boutique the last time, but there's a bunch of them here now. The pumpkin ears again. The first time we saw these, I didn't have the greatest impression. I felt like they looked kind of autumn-ish, like cornucopia autumn, if that makes sense. The more I look at them and the more I see how people style them, I kind of see them more in like a vintage Halloween style now, which I do like. Okay, these are cuter than I was expecting, and I feel like I want to get these now too. But I'm already getting the Scary Teddy, so I don't know. I don't know if I have the budget to get 2 pieces of headwear today. We might have to keep this one as a think about it pair of ears. But we also have a Halloween Mickey pullover in a wizard costume, I think. Spookiest place on earth. Very cute too. I like this color scheme that's like softer colors. And lastly, we've got Witch Minnie, the sequin edition on a Disneyland Resort tee, a Halloween countdown calendar, and a reusable bag with that same art style. Over in the main part of the store, there's even more Halloween stuff here. Some of it is the same as what was by the other entrance, but I see a pumpkin lug bag that was not over there. I haven't quite gotten into lug bags yet, but this one is so cute. It's got a Mickey pumpkin that's a pocket on the front, and the back says Happy Halloween with a Mickey pumpkin and a mini pumpkin. That is too cute. These feel very sturdy, but they are quite compact. A button-up shirt here that's got Mickey and Friends and some regular pumpkins. A lot of the Halloween shirts say they glow in the dark, including this Pluto one, which comes in adult sizes and kid sizes, it looks like. Another hat, which is a Mickey pumpkin and some embroidered details on there. The face design on this one matches the Mickey pumpkin ears we just looked at, but looking at this one, I feel like the ear and the head is a little disjointed. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts. More of the Mickey vampire totes and this cute Mickey vampire t-shirt. He's got a little trick-or-treat bag on the front and on the back. And I see the final item that I was hoping to find today, which is the Mickey pumpkin build your own headband piece. There's a bunch of them here. There's also Witch Mini and a Vampire Mickey. A very successful first stop of the day. I'm kind of surprised that we found everything so fast. I didn't really think about having to carry this around all day, but I just kind of got excited. I was also hoping to see Nightmare Before Christmas stuff and villain stuff, but I didn't see that here, so we might have to stop at World of Disney at some point today. But Halloween time is here, the Headless Horseman is out. Today is gonna be a good day. The park is fairly quiet today. Like I said, today is a Tuesday and Oogie Boogie Bash season has started, which Oogie Boogie Bash happens Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. The park does close early for that, so not as many people come for a day ticket to DCA, but since it is kind of quiet today, I thought we could try Soarin. We missed it the last time we came to DCA, so maybe we can make up for that.
Store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and of course, these little beauties.
So lucky surprise, the single rider was open on Soarin' this time. There was no sign or anything out front. I just went up and asked the cast member and they handed out a single rider ticket and kind of showed you where to go. The standby wait time was 30 minutes, but with single rider, it was less than 10 minutes for sure, maybe like 7-8 minutes. As a single rider, you do join other parties. When their number isn't enough to fill the row, you as the single rider will fill in like the last seat. And sometimes what happens is that you'll get like the very edge seat, which is what happened here. The view was a little bit funny at some points, like the mountains came out like kind of curved, but it was still a lot of fun. That ride is always a very relaxing ride and a good ride to cool off on, especially on a hot day like today. I think I'm gonna stick to like indoor air-conditioned attractions. So maybe we could head over to Animation Academy next. I wanted to try that on the vlog for the longest time, so I think today's gonna be the day. And I also forgot to mention I didn't wear ears today because I thought I would buy something, but I didn't end up getting the pumpkin ears, and the Scary Teddy hat doesn't fit over the buns I have today. So today's just gonna be a no ears day, I guess. It's a little after 12:30 right now, so the next one would be 1 o'clock. and that is Halloween Time Miguel.
We are drawing Miguel from Coco for this class. I love Coco. So very nice and light. Drawing just an orange, a baseball, just something round. So from the eye line down, I'm going to start to put down my darker lines. This is called locking in your lines or locking down your shapes. You don't want these to be too wide apart or too close together. If they're too wide apart, he starts looking like he's like 16. So for Miguel's hair, it parts to one side. It's more over here towards the left. So find your center and go right around towards the left side. Clumping the hair together and making it one big, like, shark fin shape for this blade of grass usually is the easiest way to show like straighter hair that's made into little pieces. You want this rainbow. And you want to tuck in those rainbows right behind his ears. And if you look at the technology in the land of the dead too, all of it's what we call dead technology. We don't use it anymore. So they have like original Macintosh computers. They use walkie-talkies instead of like calling each other, you know. They use like the trolley service. Oh, sorry, trolley. And they're asking him how to get Miguel back to the land of the living, but he's like focused on Dante because he's sneezing because of him. And he's like, but Dante doesn't have any hair. That's what Miguel says. It's like, how are you sneezing? He doesn't have hair. And he's like, well, I don't have a nose, but here we are. I painted in some stitch marks across, or teeth marks across his smile to give him that skeletal look. But when Miguel smiles, what does he have on one side that he doesn't on the other? Yeah, he's got a dimple on one side. So you can show that dimple by drawing this little comma here. You just want to leave a little bit of room on top for like his eye and brows. And we want to fill in some pupils for him, because right now he looks like he's really seeing some things in the land of the dead. This is like when he found out the twist. He's like, oh my gosh, you're not who I think you are. But, you know, we're getting actually some more story to this film because they are working on Coco 2. I'm super excited for it. Adrian Molina, who worked on the first Coco, is working on the second one now. And I can't wait to see the ride that they're going to make over on the Pixar Pier side too. And you don't have to draw the pupils like I'm drawing right here. You don't have to draw circles. You could draw little sugar skulls in there. Maybe you want to draw churro in there. In the land of the dead, they have a lot of paintings on their faces, and that usually represents how well they're remembered in the land of the living. So the more decorations you have on your face and on your skeleton in general, it shows how well they're remembered. So if you look at Ernesto de la Cruz, like his bones are like solid white, like almost blindingly so, like he'd taken the bleach a little too seriously for his teeth whitening. For Miguel, they have to paint his face very quickly. So I'm just going to add in some little dots. But if you want to go ham with the design work here, you can definitely do that. Release your inner Frida Kahlo. I want to see your sketches. I want to see how they all came out. So on the count of 3, finish or not, turn your boards around, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's see Miguel. Very nice job. These are looking great. Oh, nice and big over here. We filled the whole page.
So here's how Miguel turned out. I think it came out pretty cute. I like how his face is like the skull face instead of just a regular human face. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Animation Academy and that whole building is also one of my favorite ways to cool off at the parks. Anna and Elsa also meet in there, but that whole room with all the projections and stuff, you could just like sit in there and hang out as long as you wanted to. They do like blast you with the music, so if you're sensitive to Disney music and it like makes you cry sometimes, like me, then that might not be the best place to cool off. So something to keep in mind, I guess. But as soon as I stepped out of there and back into the heat, I feel like the life was sucked out of me. I stopped to sit down for a second and got a Mickey pretzel and some ice water. Some people hate on Mickey pretzels, which I kind of get, but I also don't. If you get a stale Mickey pretzel, then yeah, it is pretty bad. But if you get like a normal one and a fresh one, it's chewy and nice and salty, and sometimes it just hits the spots. And today was one of those days. If I haven't said it enough today, it is very, very hot. And it is an Oogie Boogie Bash day, which some people are starting to come in the park for that. And like, I don't know how much longer I can last in the heat. So I think our last stop will be World of Disney for today. We made it to World of Disney and Pluto. I don't think I've seen this before. They had a bunch of pullovers like this with different Mickey and Friends characters, but maybe Pluto is a new addition. Piglet and some poo slippers that have fallen down. There we go. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff from what we saw in DCA. A lot of the Pooh and Tigger shirts here. There's also a kid's one with Piglet in a little dinosaur costume. That's super cute. I love Piglet so much. Here's another Pooh Halloween shirt where he's in a honey pot costume. There's no such thing as too much honey. And the back has Disneyland Resorts. Very cute. There's also a pair of Loungefly ears here. Very fall and orange looking. I'm not sure if these are for me, but interesting. Still a lot of the Oogie Boogie totes and the Oogie Boogie hats. And this shirt that says Let's Boogie. I see a mug we didn't see the last time, which is this Oogie Boogie one. And he's got some bugs on there. And there's also a Zero one. So cute. He looks so cute with his little pumpkin nose. And ooh, there's even the silhouettes of like the minor characters. Ooh, I like that a lot. Ooh, and Jack as a moon and some house silhouettes on the back there. A few villains things we didn't see the last time. There's an Yzma t-shirt with Kronk on there. A hat with an all-over pattern. I like the artwork of this a lot, like how it's like an ink drawing look. The same pattern is also on this pair of ears with a very sparkly purple sequin bow. I'm pretty sure there's more villain stuff coming out. I thought was out already, but maybe it's not. Now I'm starting to see some of the Ghost Mickey stuff. Here is a cute little pullover. He's even got a little trick-or-treat basket. T-shirt with Ghost Mickey and Ghost Minnie. I think this is the back. And the front has a tinier little Ghost Mickey on there. People have been going wild for this part of the Halloween collection. It is quite pink and quite girly, so I don't know if it's for me, but the Ghost Mickeys and Ghost Minnies are very cute. And with that, we are back in the car. I'm like 99% sure there's more Villains merch coming out, which I thought had come out already. I'll put a picture of what I'm talking about on the screen here, unless like it sold out really fast or something. So that was kind of a fail, but I hope you had fun joining me on this park day. So excited that Halloween season is finally here. And I'm excited to share that I got tickets for Oogie Boogie Bash this year. I haven't been to that since 2022. And a lot has changed. It's gonna be a couple weeks from now, a little bit more into the Halloween season. Hopefully it will be cooler and not as like unbearably hot by then. So if that's something you'd like to see, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this. I forget to say that a lot in the videos, but it really does help. Thank you so much for being here and for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next one.